So welcome back everyone, Mike here. Today we're going to talk about snow plows versus snow pushers for your subcompact tractor. But before we get started, I want to try to get a little video of a buck. There's one down at the feeder right now. I'm not sure if I have seen this one before. He should be pretty decent this fall. So yeah, like I was saying, I'm not sure if I even saw that buck before, which is kind of hard to believe as much time as I spend in the woods and as much time as I spend deer hunting. But it looks like a decent little buck. I'll get a better look at it when I edit this video, but he should be a pretty good one next year. But anyway, today we're going to talk about snow plows versus pusher boxes for your subcompact tractor. I got both just the other day. They came from Top Dog Attachments. They're the same company that makes the RK Granite Grapple. I imagine these will become available at some point. I don't know when. That's kind of part of the deal with my partnership. I get to test this equipment out, tell them what I think, and you know, what I know, and just use them. So that's what I do. And it's pretty good timing actually, because they just came the other day, and this weekend they're calling for, well, they're calling for a couple inches of snow tonight. I think just 2 inches. And then this weekend, according to the forecasters, I think we're gonna get anywhere between 0 and 50 inches of snow. I have no idea. It looks like we're gonna get something for sure Saturday into Sunday. I've heard anything from 2 to 4 the other day to 8 to 10, maybe over a foot. I have no idea. But what we'll be doing when we get that snow, we're gonna try out both the blade and the snow pusher. Now, a lot of times I just kind of show you what I do and how I do things. But if there's something that I do have some knowledge on, I will kind of share that information with you. I have plowed a lot of snow over the years. Now, we don't live in an area where we get tons and tons of snow. We may only get 50 or 60 inches a year, but you know, we'll get snow in small increments, 2-3 inches at a time. Then sometimes we could get up to 20 inches. I mean, I remember the biggest storms we ever had, upwards around 30 inches of snow, and that's a lot of snow. Now I know for some people in different parts of the country, different parts of the world, that's really not that much, but for around here, you know, anything over a foot or more is quite a pretty substantial snowfall. But years ago I did a lot of like commercial snow plowing, and things kind of evolved over the years. I used, you know, a blade on a truck, and then I moved to a skid loader, a 2-speed skid loader, and I think I was one of the first ones in the East to actually run a Blizzard snow plow. That's a hydraulic plow. It's an 8-foot straight blade, and it has retractable wings in it that go out and you can work them independently. That was pretty nice. I used that for several years, and then I went to a pusher box, and for what I was doing, the pusher box was the way to go. The Blizzard power angle plow was a fantastic plow, and it works great. But as far as comparing a snow plow to a pusher box, if you're considering getting one or the other for your tractor, it's very simple in my opinion. Plows are for roads, pusher boxes are for parking areas. Now, of course, there's always a few exceptions to every rule. You know, for example, if you have a driveway with retaining walls on both sides, or real steep banks where you can't get the snow off the driveway, you may want to use a pusher box instead. But in most cases, you want to use a plow for roads, and you want to use a pusher box for big open areas like parking lots and things like that. All right, so this is the pusher box right here. This is a 5-footer. It's very well built. Darren there at Top Dog built some really nice attachments. I love the grapples. Another job well done. But this one here is for Sherman, the RK24. It's 5 feet wide. What you want in a pusher box is something, you know, slightly wider than what your tractor is, and that's what this is right here. You can see it's just a little bit wider than a tractor. I will use this pusher box in some different areas. Like I said, I'm just supposed to kind of test this stuff out, see what I think about it. But I think a 5-footer on this tractor right here is pretty much perfect. It should work really well, and we'll get to try it out this weekend. So here's the snow plow right here. It's 66 inches wide, so it will definitely cover the width of the tractor even when you angle it. It's power angle, it'll plumb right into the tractor. I'll be using the third function to work it. Should work really well. Like I said, this is really good timing. We're supposed to get a decent snow this weekend, so we'll be able to try both of these out and see how they do. Kind of a funny story about, well, funny for me, not so funny for Melissa. When these attachments came the other day, she just came out. I'll let her explain what happened. Well, see, Melissa's birthday's coming up here any day now, and the other day I left and I called her and I said, hey, I got to come back to the house. And she said, for what? And I said, I'm getting a delivery today. The trucking company had called and they were bringing this stuff here behind me, the pusher and the snowplow. So I come home and I unload it with the RK55 and the forks, set it here in the driveway, then I had to leave again. Then what happened?
Well, I was at the gym when I talked to you, and I finished up what I was doing at the gym. I come home and I had missed him. He was gone, so I called him and he said, yeah, the delivery came, but I had to go back to work. And I pull my driveway and there's a brand spanking new blacked out Range Rover, and I'm like,
she thought, no, he didn't. And,
that's crazy.
And she was right, I didn't.
Totally redeemed himself.
Yeah, so Hannah was, we have friends of ours that she kind of nannies for and helps take care of their kids when they're at work, and they have a Range Rover. So Hannah had taken them to school. She brings it here after I left. I told her that I had a delivery coming, her birthday's coming up, and
I thought for sure, like, how could I not?
Did you really think I would buy a Range Rover?
Well, that's the other thing. I'm like, I'm mad at myself for even thinking that he'd do something like that. There's the great gifts that he has gave me over the years. The Chia Pet.
No, I've gotten you some nice stuff.
Furry slippers.
But it was a pretty big letdown for Melissa. She thought
guns. I have a lot of nice guns. I got for
that's a great
gifts.
move, by the way. If you're gonna get your wife something, get her a gun.
Yeah, because all the guns he buys for himself are like $25, $50, and the ones he buys me are thousands. It's incredible.
Right.
The deals he finds.
But so you didn't get a Range Rover, but you'll get something nice.
This ought to be good.
Something else we want to mention, in yesterday's video, if you didn't see it, I'll put it up here. When I was editing that video, there were two different times where I found deer in the video. When we were out there working in the woods, we never even saw them, did we? They were down over the hill, and I thought to myself, I don't think anybody's going to see these deer. So we posted something on Facebook, and we posted it. I pinned a comment on YouTube saying that anybody that can find the two different times that deer appeared on the video would win a Mingo Marker. And I said the first one to email us at outdoorswiththemorgans@gmail.com with the correct times would win that Mingo Marker. Turns out it wasn't, what, 45 minutes?
Right.
A guy named Derek Knipe, I think is his name.
Yeah.
And Derek's another Pennsylvania boy, but he won the Mingo Marker. He was right on. I'll show you those two clips right now and what time that those deer were in that video. So the deer around here are amazing. Like I said, we just saw that buck down by the feeder. We're out there cutting firewood with the tractor, chainsaw, you know, making all kind of noise, and there's deer, you know, within 100 yards of us. But when you're out there hunting, it is a totally different story. They know what's going on, they do. But congratulations to Derek. I think you sent your, Melissa, didn't you ask him for his address?
Yeah.
Did it come, do you know?
Yeah, I got it.
So we'll be
He's from Pennsylvania.
Yeah, we'll be getting your Mingo Marker out this week, and yeah, that's kind of fun. Occasionally we'll do things like that in a video. If you see deer or maybe something out of the ordinary, we'll mention something where you can win a little prize. So anyway, I know this isn't a very detailed review of the snowplow and the snow pusher, and it's not intended to be. I just wanted to show you that we got these for the RK24, aka Sherman, and you'll be seeing these in upcoming videos. We'll see what happens this weekend. Like I said, they have really no idea how much snow we're supposed to get. But one thing to remember, if you're in the market for, you know, a plow or a pusher for your tractor, and I'll stand by this, roads, you want to plow, parking lots, you want a pusher. There's exceptions to every rule, but that's a good one to start with, so keep that in mind.
But anyway, if you like these videos, hit the like, hit subscribe, and share them with your friends.
Thanks.
Thanks.